of the Looking and Feeling Your Best at Any Age channel. Just stopping by with a quick video showing you my outfit of the day, and therein the tips for looking and feeling your best at any age live for this particular video. Well, anyway, this outfit is something that I was wearing back in 2010, and so obviously I must have bought it like maybe 2009 or 2008 from a store called Cachet that used to exist back then but does not now. And when I bought it in my size back then, they said, oh, you should probably get a size larger because, you know, it's cut kind of small. And true enough, it is. You know, it's like, you know, fitting tight around the bust and the midriff. However, even though it was a little tight back in 2010 and 2017, it's a whole lot of tight. And okay, I accept full responsibility. I've mentioned to you guys that I'm 51, and over the last year or two, I've been kind of going through a little midlife crisis that started when, you know, my kids started going off to college. My first son went off to college in 2013 because he's getting ready to graduate in December of this year. And then my second son went off to college during the fall of 2015. So each time somebody left and when both kids weren't home, all of a sudden little Debbie's from like when I was in college started to call my name, the little Swiss rolls one, or even the peanut butter ones, I guess peanut butter like a patty, or I don't know what it is. It's 2 sticks and they're really, really good. And not only was I just eating one, but I would eat 2. And I'd hop in the bed and I'd watch Dr. Phil, you know, in the evening because I record on the DVR. And so, you know, like, and I would eat that in private. And it was just really, really good. And it spoke to what ailed me, you know, especially with, you know, being 50 or over. And then also kids being gone, a change in life, hating my IT career, wanting to do something different, not having a lot of open doors to allow me to get to the next level. And it just really, really shut me down emotionally and mentally, because you couldn't have told me that at 50 I wouldn't have had my stuff together. So I showed out big time, was even ordering chocolate chip cookies from a restaurant called Red Hot and Blue because they'll make them fresh for you. And they were just delicious, and they all spoke. Oh, and also the DoubleTree Hotel. And they make these wonderful cookies fresh every day. They're 6 for $13.98, which is overly priced. However, because I had them in San Diego last year, they were just so delicious, I wound up buying a few cans of those from the hotel and the restaurant. But anyway, time out. There's one thing that you have to do if you are going to look and feel your best at any age. Not that you have to be at a specific weight, which is why I'm not mentioning a weight, and I'm not telling you the size of this tight dress, even though, you know, I could get away with pictures and look pretty decent, and I can sit down. I'm not going to bust out or explode or anything, but my normal MO of standing up straight and, you know, keeping my gut sucked in, you know, all of those things are in place. I could wear a shaper, you know, or something, or like some Spanx or whatever, but I don't want to do that. What I want to do is to be able to eat and act like I have some sense, like I wrote in 2010 in a book called 7 Steps to Help You to eat and act like you have some sense. And so that gave a lot of the tips that I kind of violated, like, you know, keeping treats in the house, which I didn't really do when the boys were around, or actually treats that I didn't, or that I liked. I didn't keep that, you know, on hand. You know, you could go out and have a snack. Not saying I never had snacks, but I didn't have little Debbie's, you know, constantly stocked in the cabinet that I hid them in, or Entenmann's chocolate covered donuts, which I love, and I can't just eat one. I would have to at least eat 2, sometimes maybe 3. And then also I used to be very firm about not eating after 8 o'clock, and every once in a while those little donuts will pop out, you know, like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And so, but now I've come to my senses. And, you know, the exercise stayed constant. But one of the secrets that I learned is you can exercise to keep a little bit of the fat at bay. However, at some point, your exercise has to meet eating and acting like you have good sense, which I was not in the dessert department. In the regular eating department, breakfast, lunch, dinner, I was good, you know. But with that little after dinner snack, I was really showing out. So I'm not doing that now. So one thing I want to advise you is over the years, just know that fat is going to start creeping up. You know, it's going to pop up here, boop, 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 boop. It's going to pop up here. You know, you're going to have back fat if you're not careful, and it's going to pop up here, you know, and if you don't stand up straight, you know, then you'll see, you know, it popping out. And so if that's not how you want to go out, and I don't want to go out like a sucker, I don't care that I'm 51, I don't want this dress to be tight like this. So I, in addition to exercise, am going to make sure that I'm diligent and eat those Luigi's Italian ice treats, or maybe some like fudge covered or just fudge sickles that they sell at my local grocery store, where it's like only 80 or 90 calories a pop. You know, you can still snack, but you need to use discretion if you're going to look and feel your best at any age. So that is a tip for today, because I like to stay the same size year after year, and that's why I keep these clothes, so I know, like, I'm not a scale person, and I'm not going to recommend that you get on this scale and weigh yourself on a daily basis. I have a friend who does that, and her husband said that her whole mood changes after she weighs herself. I know that I'm heavier than I want to be. I don't need the scale to validate that. My clothes validate it. And so I am going to do what's required to get it off, because I don't want to go out like a sucker. And this is my midlife wake-up call that the Innerman Donuts are not my friend. Little Debbie is not my friend. Neither was she my friend when I was in college either. So, especially now where my metabolism is slower, you know, where my lifestyle isn't as hectic, you know, because of kids, I'm not going to basketball games and soccer practices and things, you know, things have slowed down just a little bit. So I need to take into account all of that and change my habits to fit that. So another thing that I did, not only do I work out in the morning, you know, I got that 78-minute thing going on the treadmill, and, you know, I finally gotten up to 5.26 miles, trying to get back to 6 miles 5 days a week, but it's been kind of slow, because I had like a little hamstring tweak. That's the other thing. And, you know, my heel is a little sensitive, you know, it's probably plantar fasciosis again, probably go back to the podiatrist, get my orthopedic, the insert tweaked. And so, but the one thing my husband and I have been doing, we've added, you know, a little after dinner stroll to kind of, you know, keep the metabolism going. Not really far, like maybe a mile and a half, but do what you can to add more activity and to cut down the calories and the fat in the areas where you definitely don't need it. You know what those are. I can't tell you what they are. I can tell you what they are for me, but only you know what they are for you. So anyway, sorry to be so long-winded. I hope that helps, but this was definitely worthwhile saying that if you're going to look and feel your best at any age, you really got to take a good look in the mirror. And it's funny I'm saying it because I'm looking in the mirror as I'm talking to you guys, and you just need to be honest with yourself, and you know when the fat is starting to come, and you can pretend if you want to, but it will catch up with you. And if I didn't nip this in the bud, next year, this dress, I wouldn't be able to zip it up. Which, praise the Lord, I can still zip it up even after acting like a fool for the last 2 years. But just know I got it under control, and hopefully this helps motivate someone out there to get themselves under control as well. But hopefully that helps, and I look forward to sharing more tips on looking and feeling your best at any age. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.